Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you're new. Today we're in the super late models, the World of Outlaw late models here at Bristol. We were second fastest in practice. Number one car got first, I got second, I'm car number two. 13 guys in this race, as everybody here knows, the 6 and the 8 aren't, so we'll probably be waiting and qualifying for their times afterwards. Fastest I got down to was about like a 16.250, basically about the same time the number one car ran. But I only did that after about like 15-20 laps, getting like the fuel out of it, because there's a lot of fuel in these cars to start out with, and they're a handful. Like, the back end wants to kick out a ton. So, I'm hoping to get into, like, the low threes like we did in practice for the most part. Really got to try to just hook the bottom as much as I can. Bottom's very fast on this track condition right here. The bottom should be there for, like, most of the race, if not the entire race, I feel like. Because even on, like, a pretty worn out, like middle to bottom, that was a bad corner. At least we ran a 3 there, but it's not going to get any better probably. But even on a pretty worn out track, I was still running the bottom pretty well. I just have to roll it more, and I was still able to run like 4s consistently on like more of a worn out track. And the top, I was running like 7s or 8s as a good lap. So probably going to end up finishing second, unless actually yeah, the 6 and the 8 aren't here, so. Unless they join and run some laps, we're probably going to start second in the feature, which is okay. We got 30 laps. There are cautions here in this series because it's a World of Outlaw series. It is fixed as well, which I love. So I'll pick it up when we get ready to go green in the feature. Alright, qualifying's over. We did end up starting second. Neither of them joined. So there's really only 11 in this race. It's going to be tough to pass with it being basically a bottom fest race. So hopefully we can get a pretty good start and stay in second. Hopefully the 5 doesn't get a very good start. That's my goal. I'm a lot better once this fuel gets wearing off some, because it starts you with 12 gallons, which is a ton for what you need. You don't need that much, but in case I guess you get cautions and everything like that, if you go green for the whole time, around lap like 10 to 15 is when the car starts feeling a lot better, because enough fuel is out of it. To me at least. Everyone's a little different on how they drive. But around like 10 to 15 laps in is when the car is like a lot more handleable. That's a word. Because there's just less fuel. Back end doesn't kick out as much. You can still easily spin out these cars for sure. Just because there's so much horsepower in these cars. So I'm hoping we can do pretty well. I haven't ran the super late models in a while. But I saw it there at Bristol. A lot of things were at Bristol this week, so I really wanted to race this track a lot. So
that's the only time you'll ever see a Bloomquist car up front.
I don't know who he's talking about. Not sure which scheme, who has that really. Because they might have their trading paints on or off, I'm not sure. I think I had a Bloomquist scheme a long ass time ago when like Dirt first came out, but I haven't had that in years. Hopefully we can get a good start here though. Next corner around, I thought this was turn 3 and 4 though. Hopefully the 5's sleeping a little bit, that'd be great, but these cars take off so quick. Just gotta not get too sideways, don't smack the wall, don't do anything stupid off the start and get yourself wrecked. Had a pretty good start. 5 didn't get inside of us. I'm happy about that. I let off a little bit going in the corners, trying to keep the car straight, and then I'll hit the gas like midway through with how the track is right now. One car's got a lot better handle on his car than I do with this fuel. It's so easy to turn your car around. As you can see, I just like let off going into the corner and it about turned around on me. Especially if you hit that apron a little too much. Your car gets flat down there. Ooh, second or third and fourth are hidden behind us. You can't see much in these corners when you are dipped down because of the mirror. I know there's probably some people that run dirt that don't run a mirror because they're used to not running mirrors. And we already got a caution. So, not too bad. Had a good start. Pretty much was staying for the most part, I feel like, with the one. He was probably a little bit quicker than us right now. I'm hoping, I think Isn't that guy that left the 5 car that started in 3rd? I think he ended up getting wrecked. I know the 3rd and 4th place car. I'm not sure exactly which 3rd and 4th place. Cause I think that the other guy that left was the 10 as well. Yeah. Those were 2 guys that was 5th and number 5 and number 10. So they were up here. Not sure exactly what happened to them. Maybe they wrecked each other. I don't know exactly what happened. I'll have to go back and look at that. But yeah, you can't see much in these corners when you are kicked out sideways. That front end's pointed down and I got my mirror up there. You can't see much. I kind of got to rely on my spotters telling me there's a wreck ahead. Because things come up on you quick in these cars. You are flying around this track. And you just don't have much visibility ahead of you. I know there's, like I was saying, there's probably some dirt guys I know that run with no mirror because they're used to that. And probably no spotter too. They want it realistic. I don't run real life, obviously. So I want all the help I can get. Mirror definitely helps a ton. Not to like block or anything, just to see if somebody's coming up on me. That's a lot faster for me. I can stay out of the way. I can stay in my lane, see where they're going. Or I could see a slider getting thrown on me, so I at least know it's coming. Because I don't go a ton off of the sounds. Because I only run with like one headphone in my left ear. So I don't run with my right side on. That's just how I've always done it. So I could hear things around me in my house. That's just how I've always ran. So I don't really go off the sound around me. I know that's what probably the real life guys, they do for sure, because they can hear the car coming and what kind of speed they're at, and if they're revving it up trying to throw a slider and stuff, they could see and hear that. So I just need all the help I can get with the tools I have, so I use them all. And plus, I don't want to have to like click on and off my mirror and spotter when I'm going from oval to dirt. I just want to keep it all the same. Because I know sooner or later, if I were to do that, I would forget to turn one on or off. There's a lot of dirt that just disappeared all of a sudden up there. Like, the grip went away because people were just like driving around the top slowly, I guess, on their caution, which is interesting. It's just weird on how patchy it disappeared. But hopefully we can get a good start like we did on the first one. Get into second again. Sometimes these cars really don't want to turn when you hit the gas, so you got to be careful with that. Well, he got way on the apron there. He just powered through it though. I feel like I'm a little bit better in 3 and 4 than I am in 1 and 2. I don't know what it is about 1 and 2. I kind of mess up more, usually. I just want the fuel to be out of this car a little bit. I probably should like throw it in neutral and just rev it on the caution laps, try to get some of the fuel burnt out of it. It's like, oh well. Hindsight's 20/20. I'll naturally let it come out. Had a good entrance that corner, got 2 sideways in the middle. This bottom's gonna get slicked off slow and steady. There's only 9 of us, I think, in the race now since 2 of them disconnected. 3rd place is running really well now. I'm getting through sideways. I just need to settle down and focus on keeping my car straight. I was doing really well when I was doing practice before the race. But it's hard to concentrate on exactly what you need to do with the car and talk at the same time. And I try to continuously talk just to not make it so boring watching the race, because it could be boring just listening to this silently with just the engine noise. But I know how boring that could be. I've watched people and stuff that don't talk much, and it's more boring. I like listening to people talk, because I listen to podcasts and stuff a lot at work. So I'm used to hearing people talk. I like that stuff more. And when I watch people stream and everything, I love the people that talk a ton. So I kind of cater more towards like what I like to hear and try to see. I know it translates a lot to what a lot of other people like. But that's why they watch. That's why a lot of people watch other people, to hear them. We got a lap car here. This guy's going to try to take advantage of this lap car. I do not want to let him. I wasn't able to run the low side there, and he kind of ran the low side. Thought we were going to catch the lapper a little quicker in the corner. So, kind of lost a little bit of ground to the guy behind me. He's keeping his car very straight through those corners. He's doing a good job. These cars are a handful, though. Very fun, though. I do enjoy running these cars, because I like the late models more when you have more driver control over them with the throttle. It takes a lot more practice to be really good. Like, that one car is killing it over there. And that's why he's the one car, because he probably finishes really well or wins a lot of races. On the two, I finish pretty consistently, I feel like, a lot of the time. At least I try to. That was a good corner. Got away from him a little. Thing is, these lappers think the higher side is a little quicker. So they're letting us have the high side, and that's not really what I want. I want them to run high, and I want to be able to run the low side. This is what I was saying about it's probably going to be hard to pass. I don't have a problem with it because I don't have anyone right in front of me, but the guy behind me is like been on me, but not like on me, like not on top of me. He's been close. Like he would have to get a huge run and throw a slider going into the corner. He was like on the apron there. I'm surprised that he was able to keep it that straight down there. The apron wants to throw you up the track a lot of the time. I feel like it's a little slower if you get all the way on the apron like that. Just because the transition, it kind of bumps the car a little bit and messes it up. 12 car scares me though. He seems a little bit all over the track. Okay, he got out of the way, thank you. He was really scared. Super sideways through the corner. Track's starting to wear out a little bit on the bottom, but it's still going to be the fastest way around right now. You just have to let off and let it roll more through the corner instead of just gassing it through there. The exits still have a good amount of speed is the thing. Just pulled away a good amount on third. I'm trying, Spotter. Thanks for encouraging me. Got less than 10 laps left. These races go by quick here in these super late models because you're going so fast around this track. We're still running 4s, so that's good. Probably 4s, 5s consistently. So that's what I was able to do in my last practice is run like 4s and 5s pretty consistently on this kind of track condition. I'm just happy the track I was practicing on kind of mimicked pretty well with what this race ended up entailing as. Because it helped a lot. Because sometimes you'll get in a practice and it won't be worn out at all, and then you get in the race and it'll be completely worn out, so that's unfortunate. You don't really practice all caution, don't want that. It's nice to be able to practice when you have a pretty similar track condition stuff. So I'm happy about that. The car is where I like it at this point with a lot of the fuel burnt out of it. We have like about 6 gallons left. So it's about half of the fuel that was out of it now that was started with it. So I have like a good feel in the car at least. I'm getting a rhythm. I think with being in the last 10 laps, we'll see if it's double or single, because this happened in the UMPs where I thought it was going to be single, but we were only 3 laps to go instead of 7. It's kind of the opposite, being on 23 instead of 27. I think it's the last 10 laps we start single file, which I'll be very happy about, because I don't want to have to restart in the outside again at this point. Because I've had 2 pretty good restarts where third didn't get inside of me. I was able to get down in the first corner. Very happy with how I've done my restarts so far. The one car is just absolutely killing it. He is flying on the bottom, keeping his car straighter. So I'm hoping that we restart single file here. That would be very good for us, because then third place, I really won't have to worry about him much, I don't think, because the last few laps I've ran better than him and started pulling away. So the track might be getting a little too loose for him, or he's putting a little too much throttle into it. So I'm hoping it's single file for the most part. Dang it, we have another pace lap, really? I was really hoping that it was going to be 2 to green there. But let me know how you guys have been doing this week in racing. Have you guys been doing a lot of the Bristol races like I have? The 358s are here, the UMP modifieds are here, the super light models are here. I don't know, I didn't really look to see what else is here because I don't really run a whole lot else because a lot of them aren't fixed. I know that the street stocks are at Cedar Lake. I didn't run that this week because they're at Cedar Lake, and I just wanted to run Bristol more. So the few amount of time slots that I really had for this week, I just threw out street stock for this week, even though we've done really well in it this season, I should say. And we haven't ran super late models in a while, so I wanted to see how that went on Bristol. It's the first actual late models I think I've ran here. I've ran the UMPs and the 358s here, along with the trucks and NASCARs on the oval side. So, first time in the late models here. I do like it. I do like the super late models here a lot. Once the gas gets burnt out in it, they're a handful with all the gas in it. That back end kicks out a ton. So, been pretty good. It'll be interesting to see how the limited late models are here. I'm assuming you're just going to be like full throttle along the bottom. Kind of like the 358s in a way. It's going to be a lot like the 358s, I feel like. You're just going to be full throttle along the bottom. And then once it gets worn out a little bit, it's just going to be letting off a little bit, staying down there. Please stay single file. Are we? Yes, we are. Perfect. That's what I thought. Okay, last 10 laps in the World of Outlaws and the UMPs are single file, which I think it's like all dirt. It's single file last 10 laps, so that's great. Very happy about that. I used to run the Pro Late models before they added like this implement with single file the last 10 laps, so I haven't ran those in a long time because they don't have a fixed race. I did have a decent amount of setups made for Pro Late models, but they get changed so often with the updates. I don't have time to tweak them every time there's a new season. But got like 5 laps left. He went real early. Kind of expected that because he's been waiting a little bit. He's getting his front left really on that apron, and he's keeping his car pretty straight through that. Yeah, that time he got like perfectly down on the bottom. He wasn't on the apron, he was just straddling that perfect. 1 and 2, he definitely goes down on that apron, which is very interesting. That's hard to do consistently and be like real smooth with it. I'm getting too sideways there. Need to get back in my rhythm real quick of what we were doing at the end of that last run. If I'm watching him and it throws me off every time he hits the apron. It looks like crazy. Like he's gonna get like shot back up the track. But not a lot of people can keep it that smooth. I'm not used to being behind somebody that smooth. I'm so used to people like jerking around so much. Kind of like I do. Just trying to keep it straight. We are pulling away from third, so that's great. Great news. I want to go back and see what those couple cautions were for. I know at the beginning it was probably the 5 and the 10 that got together that both left the race. I'm real interested to see what happened there because I saw him hitting behind me. Not sure exactly what transpired there though. Got a couple laps left. Just got to keep hold of the car. Bottom's getting real worn out though. When you're on that gas, it is real worn out down here. Really got to wait on it. Try to get a straight run off these corners. I try to get as much as I can going in with the throttle, and then just roll it, and then once I get to a good spot in the corner, really pick up the throttle. Kind of slid up really far there, but that's okay. So we started second.
Up there. Good racing with y'all.
Yeah, good race, guys. Good win one. Hit my elbow on the table when I went to go freaking talk. He was flying up there, though. But yeah, I've raced Ryan a good bit, I feel like. I recognize his name a lot. Blake, I recognize a Blake, but I don't know if it was Andrews. But yeah, he was flying up there, man. He was real fast. I know he's definitely good. So let's go see what happened back in the beginning of this race with the 5 and the 10, because they were all over the place hitting each other. They only lasted 2 laps. What happened here? I had a good start. I was able to get in front of him. He got super sideways in the first corner. 10 went up, really sideways, got a good run off. 5 car, they're side by side. 5 car kind of came up to the middle. They didn't hit. They were both super sideways though. What happened between them? 10 car is trying to run that outside. Probably going to get a good run here. 9 car is in third now, or fourth I should say. What happened here? 9 car had a good run through the corner, bumped the 5 up the track. He's not wearing any clothes, which is hilarious. 10 car just completely like missed that corner, got super sideways, and the 5 just ran into him. That's exactly what happened between them. But why'd they leave? Like, did he get complete? Oh, that's why they left. 10 car blew up. I heard that. I'm like, why the hell did I leave? That didn't look too bad. And then the rest of it showed why. Completely missed the corner, got ran over by the 5, and then nowhere to go for the 11, which is unfortunate, and then nowhere to go for the 5 again. He blew his motor. He was out of it. 5 car was there. Is his car just like too screwed? He doesn't know what to do with it. These things definitely turn a lot better in reverse. Just saying. Yeah, and the car's just coming back by, so he got off. Okay, that makes sense. That was a bad wreck. 10 car just like completely missed it. 5 car really didn't have anywhere to go for the most part. Where was that last wreck at? Probably somewhere somewhat towards the back. I don't know where. It's so easy to spin out in these things, though. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was just something like that. Somebody spinning out. Because where was the caution? These are the two guys really closest to each other. The 12 car was all over the place. I wouldn't be surprised if it's him. Oh, that's some big net code. He just gets real sideways, and the 9 somehow runs into his back right. That's what the hell happened. That was a lot of net code, and the 9 just got spun right around. No harm, no foul. Well, there was a little bit of harm, a little bit of foul, but that's just some bad net code on the 12 car right there, because they were nowhere near each other. Like, he should have slid right by just fine. Instead, like, they hit right there for some reason. It stops the 9's momentum altogether. The 4 has nowhere to go at this point. You can't just stop on a dime in these cars. But he just gets spun right around. So really, his car didn't get damaged too much, neither did the 4 or the 12, because there's just a little bit of net code. It wasn't too bad overall, but that's what brought out that last caution. Okay. Only 2 cautions, though. Not too bad. What was our fastest lap? It's probably... Oh, we actually ran a 3. Nice. 372. Not too awful. What was the leaders? Because he was flying, man. He ran a 1. Damn, he was fucking fast. He consistently ran like 4s, 5s towards the end, which I assumed would happen. That last run, I just wasn't nearly as good. I ran 6s and 7s and a couple 8s. So that wasn't very good. I was doing decent here, though. I just had a bunch of 5s and 6s. I wasn't as consistent. He was fucking fast. He ran a freaking 1 on lap 14. On lap 14, I ran a 5. That shows you the difference in the speed. He was freaking smooth down there. He was hitting that apron perfectly, getting his front left just barely on it, and keeping his car real straight through that. And 1 and 2. 3 and 4, he'd get right down to the apron, and his front left wasn't like on the apron, but his car was gripping and going. He was fast. So, good race to him. Good race overall. We didn't really have any troubles, which was great. But we finished second. Very happy about that. We started second. Blake was just super fast, so definitely gained a little bit of iRating. First 4 was number 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is hilarious. That does not happen very often. So, let's go see what we actually end up getting out of this one. Alright, results are in. Strength of field, 1850. I think we were the only split. Yeah, there's only 13 guys that registered for it. 2 of them never even showed up either, so they lost a lot of iRating down there. He definitely had the fastest lap by far. The 3 car was actually pretty quick, too. He ran his fast lap same time I did. And he was quick towards the beginning. He kind of fell off with the track. I kind of fell off with the track too, but not as bad. And then the 1 car was just fast the whole damn time. He was able to hook that bottom in 1 and 2, and he was gone. We're at 38.69 now, gained 28 or 26, nice on the number. Gained some safety back. We're at max safety, so can't really go anywhere from there. And he's at a little bit over 4K, so not too bad. We've been gaining a lot of iRating lately, and I've been loving it because we've been doing really good in a lot of races. Been very consistent. Well, I think we only lost a little bit in 1 race. What was that? I think it was the 358 race here, I want to say. We finished 5th, started 7th. Oh, no, we finished 6th, started 7th. Because it was just so hard to pass in those. Everyone was the same damn speed. But I think we only lost like 15 or so. It wasn't too bad at all. So we've been gaining a lot of iRating lately, which has been awesome. Trying to get back up to 4K and then go above that. Lowest iRating was about 1,000, so not too high, pretty low to be honest, because I'm pretty sure when I started rookie, it started us out at 1,500, but also I was on here before Dirt was even on here, so when Dirt first got put on, it was gone through your oval iRating, and I had about like 3,000 at the time, and when they moved everything to its own iRating and separated it from the oval to dirt oval and then the road and dirt road as well, they just gave me the A license on dirt oval because I had the A license on oval and I was already running on dirt as well with it. So I never really had to go through the rookie class on dirt, but when I did oval like 6 years ago, it started you out at 1,500 once you got out of the rookie class. So I never really dropped below that, I don't think. It started you out there, just kind of rise from that, and then I don't remember what my I rating was on Dirt to start out with. Actually, I don't know if can I see that somewhere. I want to see if it shows my start out oval I rating. Like it should show right here for the most part. That hasn't updated yet. We have 43 wins though. We've been doing really well lately. We've won like I think 5 out of the last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, won 5 out of the last 10. Worst finish 8th in the UMP at Charlotte. That was not a great race for us, but learned a lot because I need to get better at those bigger tracks. And then 6th in that 358, and then again in the 358 down here at Charlotte. So definitely need to get a little bit better in the modifieds. We got that win last race at Bristol, which was awesome, which wasn't the way I wanted to go. Yeah, I think they started you out about 1500, something like that. The way down here, it was low as fuck. So it was like either 13, 15, 1500, something like that. So you can just see like I've just gone gradually up from there. Same with the oval. Started you out at this one started you out at 1500 pretty much. Oh no, it started you a little lower. Maybe it was 1350. I thought it was 1500 though, but you can see I've just gone up from there for the most part. And then road, I don't really do road at all. I drop in that just because I was trying to get safety rating to run a 24-hour race. Dirt road, don't really run that often. I think I have a couple wins in that. Yeah, I don't ever run road. I literally ran road just to get my C license so I could run with some guys I ran with in a league. We did the 24-hour race together. That was a lot of fun. I'm not very good road racer though, so it is what it is. I think we finished like I don't even remember. Like I think it was like 20th in our class. So we were not good. We were oval guys. We just wanted to do a 24-hour race. My stint was from like midnight to 4 a.m. So I had like the really bad timing, but I was fine with that. I like being up at night. So it was a lot of fun. Different experience for sure. So trying to get back to my peak I rating on Dirt, which is about like 41, 4200 at the most. And then I dropped from there. I think that was around I think I started doing YouTube around this time area, so it started just dropping from there. I kind of got to my peak and then it dropped. I had some really bad races towards the end of the year, but we're slowly gaining back. We're having a good stretch here where we're slowly coming up, so hopefully we can keep that up. But I appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the racing and maybe learned a little bit in these cars if you guys do run them. But yeah, if you want to see all my like overall stats, here they are. I've ran a lot in the past. I took like a couple years off where I didn't really run much, and I really got back into it in 2019 with the dirt stuff. I don't run as much oval anymore as I used to because that's what my main thing was, and then dirt came out. So yeah, here's all my stats if you want to see them. I try to be as clean as I can. I don't get too many incidents ever, like in races. It happens every now and then, but in my last 10 races, I only have 3 races where I have any incidents, and it just doesn't happen often. So appreciate you guys watching as always. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see some more racing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.